Welcome back to another edition of AEW Dynamite Out of 10 right here on the Wrestle Debate. A really stacked show today featuring Serena, Deeb, Thunder Rosa for the NWA Women's title and Cody and Darby Allin taking on Ricky Starks and Brian Cage, as well as Pac returning to action. So let's get straight into it. And the show started off with Young Bucks versus new team Top Flight in the opening Dynamite. No pressure, lads. Darius started off the match against Nick Jackson, who Jackson hit an arm drag pretty much straight away. I was on top before Dante Martin managed to get the tag in, but the Bucks were quickly on top. They did have a little bit of offense, I would say, Top Flight, but it wasn't for very long. Matt Jackson eventually hit the BTE trigger for the win, but this was a really good match and definitely exceeded my expectations, so I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Jon Moxley sent a quick message to Kenny Omega where he also announced Renee Young is pregnant with his child, so that's brilliant news. Congratulations, John. But anyway, on to Orange Cassidy v Kip Sabian. Cassidy made a great start to this match, taking Kip down with a headlock. Sabian and Cassidy went back and forth before Cassidy hit a top rope Cedar out of the ring and straight onto Sabian. Back from the break, Cassidy was on top, hitting his passes and DDT, and he used a mousetrap pinning combination to pick up the win. Miro was very unhappy on commentary, but wiped out Orange Cassidy with a thundering clothesline after the match before the best friends stopped him from causing any more damage. I'm going to give this 6.75 out of 10. Really good match and probably exceeded my expectations. Kenny Omega came out for the contract signing between him and Jon Moxley before Moxley just didn't turn up, and then we went to the back to find out he'd been attacked, and oh god, it was all disastrous and dreadful. And yeah, I wonder who did it. I think it was probably Kenny, but I'm not 100% sure. Omega signed a contract, didn't seem too concerned. We'll see where this goes in the coming weeks. Next up, it was Pac versus The Blade. Pac was in a bad mood. The match spilled outside very quickly, and Pac got in control pretty early on before the Bunny tried to interfere at ringside, allowing Blade to get on top for a little while before both men traded strikes. Pac headed to the top rope and hit his arrow before locking in the Brutalizer for the win. And this was a fairly comfortable win for Pac. Afterwards, they all had a little kerfuffle before Death Triangle was back and they're facing off against Eddie Kingston, Butcher and The Blade. But this was interesting. Looking forward to seeing where this goes, kind of. But not gonna lie, I haven't really felt it too much so far, so I'm only going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Quickly review everything that happened with the Inner Circle in Vegas. They were all playing poker or blackjack or whatever it's called in the bar before Conan turned up in the first part, before we saw the Inner Circle members pretty drunk and hanging out on the rooftop with Elvis. MJF said that he had to get something off his chest. He said that he always considered himself to be a lone wolf, but added that he had found his wolf pack in the Inner Circle. Dynamite then cuts Jericho in a hotel room where he was asleep next to Elvis. Fans saw MJF waking up in a bathtub. Then they showed Sammy waking up in a fountain as Ortiz worked out behind him. Santana was feeding chickens. Fans then saw horns waggle. And it was just very weird. So it was good. I'm not going to grade it, but yeah. Randy Rose was attacked backstage by Jade Cargill before our next match was Serena Deeb versus Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa made a fantastic start to this match, trapping Serena Deeb in several holds. Deeb was on the back foot before she charged at Thunder Rosa, who hit a drop toe hold. During the break, Deeb drove her boot into Rosa's face, allowing her to get on top. It looked like Thunder Rosa, however, was closing in following a few passes in move before Britt Baker and Reba came out, or Rebel, or whatever you're going to call her, and just totally destroyed her. Deeb then hit a modified face buster to finally pin her. This was just an incredible match, and they all had a big fight afterwards, but I loved this 7 out of 10. In our main event, it was Darby Allin and Cody versus Brian Cage and Ricky Starks. Allin and Starks started the match before Cody was quickly tagged in and took down Starks with a moonsault before he did the exact same to Brian Cage. Cody headed to the top rope, but Cage eventually caught him in midair. He went to make a tag, but Ricky Starks took out Darby Allin. Darby Allin eventually got the tag in before Brian Cage hit Darby Allin with a drill claw out of nowhere to pin the TNT champion. And after the match, they were about to beat him down. Will Hobbs looked like he came out to save him, but then ended up attacking Cody. And oh my god, scenes. Will Hobbs is heel. I'm actually quite white to see him as a heel. He should be quality. 6.75 out of 10. Overall this week, AEW gets a 6.75 out of 10 from me. Fairly good show this week. I enjoyed it quite a lot. Some really good matches on there, especially the women's division. They just proved what they can do if you give them time, so please do that. Enjoyed the main event, enjoyed pretty much every segment on this show. Good show, to be fair. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.